Okay. The life of the living. Uh-oh. Let's have some seaweed. So we have some blackness in my teeth. Powdered up. And so, man, major responsibility that I have to get this out of my eye. So, it's a total eclipse that's coming. It's like my eye. It's total eclipsed by this thing. And it's time for it to be removed. So I have to dig deeper into the situation to remove it, basically. Yes. So that is the removal process, which I am dealing with. Build, B-U-I-L-D, capitalized, built up in loving desires. Let's go higher. Let's dance with this. The movement that is essential in life, that hovers above all, that gives the information to the informed to vibrate at a high level and break things apart, break them up, and to remove the errors that have been latent inside the body. So, what I say about build, we say a lot of people in this country that I know about, know who's around, are so-called Christians. And we have a person in that Bible. Some people say Serapis, or Jesus, Jesus, was a so-called carpenter. Okay? So, in that language, we build golf courses all around the world. Golf, greatest of life finders, moving one light source from one location to the other. A carpenter does that. Build, golf, it's the game of the gods for that type of energy, and for that type of energy to make things come to life, we have to go through these things. The most precious aspects of who we are, the ability to see, is definitely a must for me. So I'm taking this energy to use as a allegiance and alliance to know more about myself, to have more patience, more understanding, and to use this high amount of pressure that I'm being put through to bring that about. I say herbs and healing is all of that. Then to stay the course of the greatest of life finders, then I must, of course, listen to the healing perspective of where that is in my life, in my situation, based on that. Because that's just the way it is, yes? Mother Earth, the sperm that has the headlight on it, goes into Mother Earth, creates a new life form for a reason, to be able to see more things. So in order for me to see more things, I have to know more things to use to bring about the healing, to bring about the removal, that error in judgment for all these years. and that is the patience of knowing that the answer will arrive when it is asked for. The highest of remedies and a loving, nurturing aspect of that brings about that. The humming from the universe, the sound that we use to create the life, you're kind of like that sonoluminescence bubble they showed, vibrating some water so fast, so often that light came out of it. Wow, isn't that beautiful? Baptism in a very powerful way, using water molecular structure to clear the way, to open up the visionary that we are at all times. And to know that the reason for this is to be the visionary. Yes. You want to be the visionary, you got to see where the vision truly comes from. In the mucus, that is the nucleus, that nukes us, forgive me, when we're so-called in a disease process. And definitely, it is a dis-ease that I'm dealing with to remove, to have an ease of life, to make the smooth transition through that storm that I'm going through. So in that, I'm teaching myself and others that language who may be going through a dis-ease process. And I know people who've gone through a dis-ease process and made it through successfully. So, and what was it that got them to make it? Man, something that we all have in us. Power vested in me, in us. That all-knowing. Okay? The knowing pains are the knowing gains. So I must know how to do this. And the known facts will be given. And because I'm driven to know this, to stay the course, to be one of the greatest of life finders at this time. So when the ancestors do arrive on Judgment Day, any day, that he would know that I have used the processes properly and have come through that darkness that sometimes the light brings upon us. Anyway, at NASA, I was listening to NASA, the onset of cataracts, pressure, the back of the head, they speak of in that announcement. They say it causes, the nerve ending causes a cloud-like formation in the eyes. So they didn't call it a cataract, but that is what cataracts are, so-called cloud-like formation. And for me, that is the mucus that sat there and added the pressure from sitting there and increased the usage and in that area. So again, the lessons have to be taught, and we have to be learned in that way, in that manner, to know the nurturing aspect, the gentle removal of that. You see? And so I've had to go use that, the gentleness, the life-giving source, and using colloidal silver herbs to break that down along with the movement and me seeing what the issues are, feeling the pressure that's put on, and knowing that it showed up this way during the cleansing process. Yes, I'm sure it's been there for years, and also so-called cataracts in the father's side of the family, and but I'm sure there's dietary as well, based on that. So in the the change of diet, which is, again, not just food going in your mouth, but the lifestyle, and to use that lifestyle instead of trying to be a tough guy, more nurturing under this pressure. People who are trying to add more pressure to the situation, you still have to be a nurturing aspect to teach the lesson as it should be taught, as golf teaches. Yes? So, and accept the fact that some people just are not going to deal with that. In the advent of change, which is difficult for some people, and as for myself, as we can see, it was difficult to listen to those subtle messages, and this is what we get. This is what I get. So we all going through the same thing here on Earth to make this more of a powerful thing, as I always said, change of diet and all that. Yeah, I was listening to Agro Arkansas today. I was listening to agricultural shows. They have what they call farm tourism. They're doing tours to farms and all that kind of things. So people are making money doing that with buffalo and all kinds of stuff. So not everybody is going to be a plant-based diet. I'm not ridiculing people who are not on plant-based diets. That's not my thing to do. So no, that's not where I'm at with that. It's just that for the people who do make that change, do it based on the cultural and the human aspect that we are. Everybody's blood is not the same color, true enough. But as we know, they've done those research since the 1700s and shown that African people's blood is totally different from the Europeans' blood. The numbers of performances, of the measurements of tests to show your living arrangements are different. That's all I'm saying. I worked as a blood getter before, so I understand what it is they mean by that. Putting a blood tube in the centrifuge, spinning and seeing the plasma blood separate is a very interesting thing. And just a specimen gatherer is also a very interesting thing. To be in fields like that, in the medical field, and to see things on the highest level and lowest level is incredibly enriching. So going through this has its total recall, raising the dead type situation easily. Being here, dealing with this again, built up in loving desires, we go higher.